the power of 5 a.m. Wake up early, change your life. There is something powerful about 5 a.m. While the world is still sleeping, you are awake. While others are waiting for the day to begin, you have already begun. At 5 a.m., there are fewer distractions. There is less noise. There are fewer excuses. And there is more space to think, plan, learn, work, and become the person you want to be. Waking up at 5 a.m. is not magic. It will not automatically make you successful. But the discipline required to wake up early can change the way you live your life. Because success is rarely created in one dramatic moment. Success is built through small decisions repeated every day. And one of those decisions can be very simple. Get up. Get up when you said you would. Get up even when your bed feels comfortable. Get up even when your mind says, 5 more minutes. Get up because your goals are more important than your comfort. 1. 5 a.m. gives you a head start. Imagine two people. One wakes up at 8 a.m. The other wakes up at 5 a.m. The first person wakes up and immediately checks the phone. Messages. Notifications. Social media. Videos. News. Other people's lives. The second person wakes up and asks, "What do I need to accomplish today?" That difference may seem small. But small differences repeated for months and years create completely different lives. The early morning gives you a head start. You get time before responsibilities begin. You get time before the phone starts demanding your attention. You get time before everyone starts asking something from you. You get time that belongs to you. And that time is valuable. 1 extra hour every day is more than 365 hours in a year. That is more than 15 full days. Imagine receiving 15 extra days every year. What could you learn? What could you build? What could you improve? What dream could you finally begin? The problem is not always that you don't have enough time. Sometimes the problem is that you don't protect the time you already have. 5 a.m. teaches you to protect your time. 2. The morning creates mental space. Your mind is powerful, but it can become exhausted by constant stimulation. Phones. Messages. Entertainment. Arguments. Notifications. Responsibilities. When you wake up late, your day can begin with pressure. You immediately feel behind. You rush. You skip things. You become reactive. You spend the day responding to life instead of directing it. But early morning can create a different experience. Silence. Calm. Focus. You can sit quietly. You can think. You can write down your goals. You can read. You can study. You can prepare for the day. You are not running after the day. You are preparing to lead it. That is one of the greatest benefits of waking early. It gives your mind a chance to breathe. 3. 5 a.m. builds discipline. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is different. Motivation says, "I feel like doing it." Discipline says, "I decided to do it." There will be mornings when you feel motivated. But there will also be mornings when you don't. Your alarm will ring. Your bed will feel comfortable. Your body will say, "Stay here." Your mind will say, "Tomorrow." That moment is important. Because discipline is built when you do what you decided to do, even when you don't feel like doing it. Every time you get up when you plan to get up, you strengthen your discipline. You are teaching yourself. My word matters. I can trust myself. I can control my actions. That confidence is powerful. Not the confidence that comes from talking. The confidence that comes from keeping promises to yourself. 4. You start winning before the day begins. Imagine starting your day with a small victory. Your alarm rings. You get up. You make your bed. You drink some water. You wash your face. You sit down. You read. You study. You exercise moderately. You plan your day. Before most people have started their morning, you have already accomplished several things. That creates momentum. One small victory leads to another. You begin the day with progress instead of procrastination. And when you repeatedly experience that feeling, something changes inside you. You stop seeing yourself as someone who is always trying. You start seeing yourself as someone who takes action. That identity matters. Because your future is influenced not only by what you want, but by who you repeatedly become. 5. Early morning is perfect for learning. If you are a student, 5 a.m. can be valuable study time. The environment is often quieter. There are fewer interruptions. Your attention can be directed toward one subject. You can review difficult topics. You can practice problems. You can read. You can revise what you learned the previous day. But remember, waking up early does not replace sleep. Your body and brain need enough rest. The goal is not to sleep less. The goal is to organize your schedule better. If you want to wake at 5 a.m., go to bed early enough to get adequate sleep. Discipline is not about damaging your health. Discipline is about managing your life wisely. 6. 5 a.m. gives you time to plan. Many people live their days without a plan. They wake up. They react. They move from one task to another. Then the day ends. And they wonder, what did I actually accomplish? A morning routine can change that. Take a few minutes and ask yourself, what are the 3 most important things I need to accomplish today? What should I avoid today? What can I learn today? Who do I need to help? What is one thing I can do today that will make tomorrow easier? Planning does not guarantee a perfect day. But it gives your day direction. A person without direction can move very fast and still go nowhere. 7. 5 a.m. helps you control your phone. One of the biggest challenges of modern life is distraction. You wake up. You reach for your phone. You check one notification. Then another. You open social media. You watch one video. Then another. Suddenly 30 minutes are gone. Nothing meaningful has been accomplished. The phone did not steal your time by force. You gave it your attention. Your attention is one of your most valuable resources. Protect it. Instead of starting the morning by consuming other people's content, start by creating your own direction. Don't ask, what is everyone else doing? Ask, what am I doing with my life? That question can change everything. 8. 5 a.m. creates time for personal growth. Personal growth requires time. You want to become better at English? You need time to practice. You want to improve your knowledge? You need time to read. You want to develop a skill? You need time to practice. You want to build something? You need time to work. The early morning can provide that time. Even one focused hour can make a huge difference when repeated consistently. You don't need to transform your entire life in one day. You need to improve a little every day. One page. One lesson. One practice session. One meaningful task. One better decision. Small progress becomes large progress when you refuse to stop. 9. The world does not need to know your plan. There is another powerful benefit of early mornings. You can work quietly. You don't need applause. You don't need everyone to know what you are doing. You don't need to announce every goal. You can simply work. Read. Learn. Practice. Build. Improve. And let the results speak later. There is power in silent progress. Sometimes the best thing you can do is stop explaining your dreams and start working on them. Your future does not need your announcements. It needs your actions. 10. 5 a.m. teaches you to choose long-term rewards. Comfort gives you an immediate reward. Discipline gives you a delayed reward. Staying in bed feels good now. Getting up may feel difficult now. But getting up may give you something valuable later. Studying may be difficult now. But knowledge can help you later. Practicing a skill may be boring now. But mastery comes later. Working toward a goal may feel slow now. But consistency creates results over time. Successful people often learn to exchange temporary comfort for long-term progress. That is what 5 a.m. represents. Not suffering. Not punishment. Choice. You choose your future over a few extra minutes of comfort. 11. Don't turn 5 a.m. into a competition. Waking at 5 a.m. is not about proving that you are better than someone who wakes at 7 a.m. It is not about comparing yourself with other people. Everyone has different schedules, responsibilities, and sleep needs. The real competition is with your previous self. Were you more disciplined today than yesterday? Did you use your time better? Did you move closer to your goal? Did you keep your promise to yourself? That is the competition that matters. You don't need to beat everyone. You need to become better than the person you were yesterday. 12. The first hour can shape the rest of the day. Your morning doesn't control everything. Unexpected things will happen. Problems will appear. Plans will change. But how you begin can influence how you respond. If you begin the day calmly, you may approach challenges differently. If you begin with focus, you may protect your attention better. If you begin with a plan, you may waste less time. If you begin with discipline, you may carry that discipline into other areas. The first hour becomes a foundation. Build it carefully. 13. A simple 5 a.m. routine. You don't need a complicated routine. You can keep it simple. Wake up. Get out of bed. Drink some water. Freshen up. Spend a few quiet minutes thinking or reflecting. Read or study. Write your priorities. Do some appropriate physical movement if it fits your schedule. Then begin your most important work. The goal is not to create a perfect Instagram-style morning. The goal is to create a routine you can actually maintain. Simple. Realistic. Consistent. That is better than an impressive routine that lasts 3 days. 14. Your alarm is a promise. When you set an alarm, you are making a small promise to yourself. You are saying, I will wake up at this time. When the alarm rings, you have a choice. Keep the promise. Or break it. One broken promise may seem meaningless. But repeated behavior becomes identity. If you constantly tell yourself that you will do something and then don't do it, your confidence can suffer. If you repeatedly keep your promises to yourself, your confidence can grow. So tomorrow morning, when the alarm rings, remember. This is not just an alarm. It is a decision. 15. Stop waiting for the perfect morning. Some people say, I will start Monday. 16. The quiet morning can reveal your goals. During the day, everyone has an opinion. Friends. Family. Social media. Teachers. Society. People tell you what you should want. But when everything becomes quiet, you can ask yourself, what do I actually want? What kind of person do I want to become? What skills do I want to develop? What kind of future am I building? What matters to me? Those questions are important. Because you cannot build a meaningful future if you never decide what meaningful means to you. Use quiet time to think. 17. Consistency beats intensity. You do not need to wake up at 5 a.m. once and feel proud. The real power comes from repetition. One morning does not change your life. 100 mornings can change your habits. 1,000 mornings can change your identity. Consistency is powerful because it turns actions into habits. You don't need to be perfect. If you miss one morning, don't give up. Don't say, "I failed." Say, "I missed today. I will continue tomorrow." One bad day does not need to become one bad month. Return to the routine. Keep moving. 18. Your future is built in ordinary moments. People often imagine success as a dramatic moment. A big achievement. A huge opportunity. A celebration. But most success is built when nobody is watching. Early mornings. Ordinary study sessions. Quiet practice. Small improvements. Repeated decisions. Boring routines. That is where transformation happens. Your future is being built in moments that may not look important today. So don't underestimate a quiet morning. It may be one of the bricks in the foundation of your future. 19. Become the person who does what needs to be done. There is a powerful identity you can develop. I do what needs to be done. Not because you always feel like it. Not because someone is watching. Not because someone is forcing you. Because you decided. That mindset can affect school, work, relationships, skills, health, and personal goals. You stop asking, "Do I feel motivated?" You start asking, "What needs to be done?" Then you take the next step. That is maturity. That is discipline. That is self-respect. 20. Don't waste your quietest hours. The morning is limited. Once it passes, it is gone. You cannot save today's 5 a.m. and use it next year. Time works differently from money. You can save money. You cannot save time. Every morning that passes becomes part of your past. So use your hours intentionally. You don't have to work every minute. Rest matters. Relaxation matters. Family matters. Friends matter. But make sure some of your time is invested in the person you want to become. 21. The power of saying no. To wake early consistently, sometimes you have to say no. No to unnecessary late-night scrolling. No to endless entertainment. No to staying awake without a reason. No to habits that destroy tomorrow's energy. Every yes has a cost. If you say yes to staying awake late, you may be saying no to a productive morning. Your choices are connected. If you want a better morning, start preparing the night before. Discipline begins before the alarm rings. 22. Prepare the night before. Put your alarm where you have to get up to turn it off. Prepare your study materials. Decide what you will work on. Keep your workspace organized. Reduce unnecessary distractions before sleeping. Know what you want to accomplish in the morning. When you wake up, you shouldn't have to spend 20 minutes deciding what to do. Make the decision the night before. Then morning becomes execution time. 23. Protect your sleep. This is extremely important. Waking at 5 a.m. is not valuable if you are constantly exhausted because you went to bed too late. Your body needs sufficient sleep. A healthy routine balances waking time and bedtime. Don't copy someone else's schedule blindly. If your current schedule requires you to wake later, that's okay. The principle is to create focus time and build discipline, not to sacrifice sleep just to say you woke up at 5 a.m. A rested mind can learn, focus, and perform better. So respect your sleep. 24. 5 a.m. is a symbol. Maybe 5 a.m. is not the exact answer for everyone. But it represents something. It represents choosing intention over distraction. It represents choosing preparation over procrastination. It represents choosing long-term goals over short-term comfort. It represents taking control of your time. And most importantly, it represents making yourself a priority. Your dreams deserve time. Your education deserves time. Your skills deserve time. Your future deserves time. 25. Imagine your life 1 year from now. Imagine waking up early consistently for 1 year. Imagine reading every morning. Imagine studying every morning. Imagine practicing English every morning. Imagine developing a skill every morning. Imagine planning your day every morning. Imagine spending less time scrolling. Imagine becoming more disciplined. Imagine how different you could feel. The change might not be visible after 1 day. Maybe not even after 1 week. But habits accumulate. 1 day becomes 7. 7 becomes 30. 30 becomes 90. 90 becomes a year. And suddenly you realize, I am not the same person I was. That is the power of consistency. 26. Your biggest enemy may be excuses. Sometimes the biggest obstacle is not lack of ability. It is the excuses we repeat. I am tired. I will do it tomorrow. I don't have enough time. I am not ready. I need motivation first. But excuses are comfortable. And comfort can become a prison. You don't need to eliminate every difficulty. 27. Don't expect every morning to feel amazing. Some mornings will be difficult. You may feel tired. You may not feel inspired. You may want to quit. That is normal. Discipline does not mean feeling amazing every day. It means continuing despite ordinary difficulties. Some days you will be highly productive. Other days you will accomplish less. That's okay. The goal is not perfection. The goal is direction. Keep moving forward.